Morning, everyone. Evening, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is just to welcome you officially to our brand new Slow Stitch project, year-long challenge. Been a while since we've done a year-long challenge. The last time was the 52 Stitch Stories, which many of you will have done, and that ran from the beginning of 2019. So quite a few of us have done our 52 or however many life allowed. So we thought it was time to have another challenge. So this one is seasonal. So 4 seasons, so 4 creations. And it's really, really simple. But it's a bit more fluid than the 52 and once a week thing. So you can pick it up, put it down, and that's really the plan going forward. As life begins to get back to normal, people perhaps will like a bit of fluidity in the way they spend their time. So that's why we came up with this idea. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to create, if you want to join us, you're going to create 4 snippet rolls, one per season. If you don't know what snippet rolls are, you've only got to go on Pinterest and you'll be flooded with examples. I think they're quite addictive when you get going. So I thought I would just show you a little bit about the kind of work that you might want to get involved in, and the kind of thing you might want to do. This is one that I did this year. Oh, I don't know when I did it, girls. This year, I think, with Charlotte. And I see there's a bit of lag on the camera, so I'll just go really slowly so that it will give it time to catch up and focus. So you'll see lots of snippets of fabric, tiny little weeny bits of fabric. You'll also see, if I pause there a minute, you'll see some paper in there as well. So there's another idea. This snippet roll was put together, as I say, with Charlotte, and we focused on fabric in the main that we had dyed ourselves from plants. So this is avocado, this pink that you're seeing, that's avocado. So I did mine slightly different to Charlotte's. You'll see mine's a bit quirky. It's got quirky little angles on it. I'm trying to go slowly, girls. I hope the camera's picking this up, which you'll see when I look back. But I wanted to kind of play, well, if I did one bit at one angle, the next bit had to be at the next, because ultimately you need to be able to wrap it round something. So I've just got a bobbin or a spool, don't know what you call it, girls, a bit bigger than your average one. And you do get these, they do come up on eBay. Charlotte actually has got a kit, so you'll get that link on the website. If you're short of supplies, we don't all have a stash, but I think I'm at the end. Yes, so you can see that it's quite long, and I really enjoyed doing it. I'm just going to move it away because if I try and roll it, the lag will be horrendous. So I really enjoyed doing it, and I didn't think I would, if I'm honest, because the ones that come up on Facebook, they are beautiful, but they're quite flouncy, and that's not really my style. So I had to find a way to do it my way. So that would be my top tip, I think. Find a way to do it your way, and a way that appeals to you, using up your scraps. And then everyone's will be different, won't they? And that's lovely. So if you're thinking of joining us, the first thing we advise you do is you gather. Oh, this lag drives me mad. Okay, so there's my gather basket. That's been going for about 4 weeks, girls. So I've put quite a lot in it, and you can see it's getting quite full, and I really need to stop now because I need to get going. But I just thought you'd like to see the sorts of things I've put in there, lag allowing for me to show you. So I've put in some little stamps. Do you see? Little Christmassy stamps, because we're starting this one just before Christmas. I thought, oh, that'll be nice. So I've got tiny stamps. I just found the smallest winter/Christmas stamps I could find. I'm very blessed with some gorgeous vintage buttons. There, just let it catch up. That Charlotte got me when she went to France. Friends in high places. Love that. And then threads. I like to do my threads, girls. I like to choose my colour palette, really, for a project. This happens to be a snippet roll. It could be any project in this basket. So I've chosen them, and I probably won't deviate. I don't remember ever really deviating from my colour palette that I choose in threads in advance, because I think it keeps me on track and it keeps the piece looking quite coherent, and I like that. But you do what you like. These natural fines are so I can do some printing. Some of you have done this work with us in Zoom already, and what I would say is that there'll be a downloadable book on this web page. You'll have found it by now, by the time I've said that. And we will do supplements, and we might do pop-up classes as well for anyone who's really, really new to creating your own fabric, for example. Printing, dyeing, stitching, that sort of thing. And then really, was another natural find, iris stem. Works as a lovely quill, the other end. Do you see? Cut it on an angle and you get a nice quill. So that's nice mark making. And then I've put this in. Now, if you've done batik, you'll know this is a chanting. And I have not done much batik for years, which is a shame because I'm trained in batik, but that was 20 years ago and I need to get back to it. And so I thought if I put my chanting in my basket, it will remind me that I want to do some batik. I'm very, very interested in winter trees. And I thought, oh, that would be nice in batik. So that's why it's in the basket to remind me. I have a memory like a sieve, girls, as you know. And then the rest of it, oh, I won't get it out, will I? I'll get a few out. This always goes wrong when I try and do this in Zoom. I'll just get a few out. I've started collecting my beads that I think I might. There's seed beads in here as well, but I'm not brave enough with the lag to get all that out today. And then these are just scraps of fabric, literally scraps. You can see I'm gathering threads. Don't we always gather threads? I don't know if you're like me. I go around the supermarket and I see people that I know, and before they say hello, they're picking threads off me because I've just come straight out the studio. So little scraps at lots of different weights, girls. So I've got wool. I've got wool, hand dyed, not by me. That's in the PDF. And then scrim, and then everything in between, really. I've got bits of vintage lace as well. I've been holding on to this for a while. I thought it looked a bit snowflakey, so I've got that. And then some of this is hand dyed. This is hand dyed with logwood. This was for a project I did earlier in the year, and this is all that's left. And I thought, oh, that'd be really nice to record it in the snippet roll. So I do have some emotional attachment to what's in my basket, actually. I think that's another bit of a tip, really. Go through your stash and find things that mean something to you. You'd think this was scripted, because that leads me well on to my last thing I want to say. And this talk, girls, is not scripted. Nothing I ever do is scripted. I've started, girls. I thought I need to just be slightly ahead just to show you some basics if you've never done it before. I tie mine up when I'm not using it. Reason I tie mine up, girls, is I've got 3 cats. Say no more. So I've started, look. I've literally just started. But what I wanted to show you was how I started. So this is just a piece of wool blanket. Do you see? And this here is just stitched on. This is just a bit of linen. Now you might wonder why I've left that plain. There could be several reasons, but the real reason why I've left this plain is because I'm going to give each snippet roll a name, but I don't know what it is yet, and I might not know till I get to the end. So I've left an area where I'm going to stitch the name in at the end, and then I've started here. Do you see? And I've gone down this rabbit hole of things having stories, and I thought with this snippet roll I'm going to make sure that there's some memories locked into each snippet roll. Coincidentally, I've got 4 children. 3 of them are boys. I'm not sure they'll want a snippet roll, but whether I gift it to them or not is not the point, really. I'm doing a snippet roll inspired by each child, if that makes sense. So on here I've got this button here, this little button, tiny little button. Now that's from my grandma's stash. So you might think, what's that got to do with your children? Well, my daughter is named after my grandma. Well, her middle name is, she's Ella in the middle. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to put that in. I've had that button for so long and I love it. I love its colour, I love its size, I love the fisheye thing, I love all of it. And it's gone on my snippet roll. So I'm already attached, aren't I, to it. And this logwood I've talked about, I'd already done that myself. This was a print that I did with a feather. I actually printed using a feather to print a feather. And this is just a tiny bit of it that's left over. And I love that. And if you know my daughter, she's RSPB lead for Capercaillie. So she's lives and breathes birds. So I thought I'd put that in. And that is because, and it's a bit soppy, but I do call her my angel, really. So there's a reason for that, which I might share with you one day. But she's my little angel, so I put that in. So I'm underway. I shall deviate, girls. I shall go off script. I'm not very good at keeping on script, but I think there will be quite a lot of Molly, that's her name, Molly, in my first snippet roll. I've chosen winter for Molly because she's like me. Winter's my favourite season and winter's one of her favourite seasons, and she comes alive in the winter. So I thought, oh, that'll be good. Harry, who's my number 2, he loves the summer, so he's obviously the summer. I've just got to work out where George and Max go, but I'm loving that. So just a little attachment to what you're doing, I think, what just makes the whole process somewhat more interesting and I think more enjoyable. So I hope you'll join us. We'll do one per season. So that's my winter one underway. And it can be as long as short as you like. So I attach as I go. Charlotte, this is all in the PDF, did it differently. She started with a long piece of fabric and then stitched onto it, or did little stitcheries and stitched those on. I start and then I add on. That just suits me, really. I've got my very depleted scraps box, girls. Look, there's not much in it, is there? This is because I do a lot of hand painting. So, do you see? Little bits of hand painted stuff. So, but I'm about to start a new textile project, so that's good. So I'll have more scraps. But this is what I keep my scraps in. It's just like a cardboard box with a lid, and I just put it away. And I use all my scraps. I know a lot of us do, and that's why I think this is such a good project for us. And we also want to reuse as much as we can. We're sort of asking people not to buy anything new, tempting as it is. Use what you've got, or borrow, or swap, or barter. But let's just see how far this snippet roll challenge can take us. And I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that you'll join us. If you're not in one stitch at a time, you need to join that group because that's where the sharing will go on. There's never any pressure to share, girls. If you don't want to share, don't worry, but it's nice to see what other people are getting up to. So and then we'll have a little supplement in the book. As I say, I'll pop up with a new supplement to the ebook, as I feel we need a little bit more, shot in the arm of creativity. I'll pop something else up, something for us to all think about. So I really hope you'll join us, and I know a lot of you have already said you are going to join us, and thank you very much for that, because it's a good sense of getting a sense of numbers. That's always so useful. I'll sign off now, let you get back to your cup of tea, let you download the ebook, and I will see you in Snippet Roll Land. Thanks everyone. Bye.